Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí Luis del equipo de The U4U. Hoy estamos para hacer la sesión de Queen's Belfast University, una universidad súper interesante donde mandamos muchísimos estudiantes a lo largo de los últimos años. Es uno de los centros de admisiones internacionales más chévere, me atrevería a decir, para que las personas estudien. Y pues nada, hoy estamos con Jablan, que es representante de la universidad. Eh, Justamente Jablan se va a conectar ahorita. Perfecto, Jablan. Hello. All good?
Go.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Javlan. So, as I said, these are recorded sessions that we used to share for our students later on down the road. I'm just gonna confirm to the team that we are logged in, and they have anyone who registered for the webinar, we can go ahead and then start.
Sure.
Perfect. How's everything?
Yes, all good. A bit busy recently with some of the changes, etc. But yeah, overall, I would say it's quite nice. And then we've been doing quite a lot of things with the different markets as well. So yeah, and new students came just recently. So
Yes,
everything is
you have intakes all across the years. That's always
yeah,
good for people to
exactly,
review.
exactly. So yeah, I mean, pretty
Okay.
good. Yes.
And where are you right now? In which part
In
of the world?
Belfast, yeah.
You're in Belfast?
Belfast, yes.
Okay, amazing. How's the weather? As of
Don't get me started.
no?
Like,
How many
no,
layers are you currently
I
wearing
mean,
right
I
now?
mean, it's just 2 layers at the moment, but yeah, I
Okay,
mean, um, like not very cold, but it's a little bit windy, and then a little bit wet as well. So it's keep raining every day almost.
okay,
So it's a bit windy. So, but I think it should start getting better from the March, and then by the
okay.
April and May time would be pretty nice.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you for the update. I think we can get started. I'm sure people
Okay.
will be joining in, and then we share these sessions with all of our prospective students.
Okay.
Um, I think it's key to always start by giving a little bit of context
Yes.
of the country, of the
Yes.
city, where are we based in the geographical map, and then we
Okay.
can actually start talking about the university itself. I already made you a host, so feel
Okay.
free to share anything that
Perfect.
you have, or if you just want to talk for the moment, that also
Yes.
works. So yeah,
So
talk us a little bit. Where is Belfast? In which part of the world? In which city? Which kind of
yeah.
city it is? All of it.
So let me just share my slides so we can actually have a look uh, on what. So let me quickly share my screen. So it will be giving you guys a bit more better picture basically. So
Perfect.
hopefully you can see my screen now.
Yes, we can, and I believe we have two people who also joined. So hi Ricardo,
Perfect.
hi Victoria. We're just starting the webinar. Feel free to drop any questions that you might have. Go ahead,
Perfect.
tell us a little bit of where are we
Great.
right now?
Hello everyone. My name is Javelin. I'm the Assistant Director of Recruitment at Into Queen's University Belfast. So, um, basically, as you can see, I'm not local. I'm not actually from Belfast. I studied here in 2014. After I quit my previous job, I came here to study my master's degree. And then since then, I studied at Queen's, then graduated in 2016, and then found a job in 2017, and is still working until
Okay,
now. So the first of all, if I want me to say about the Belfast, my personal feeling, because I've been living here a bit more than 10 years now. So it's very student friendly, international friendly city. So amazing people, very nice community here at the university. That no matter the staff or the students or the other local residents, they are all very nice and very friendly. So it's an absolutely been amazing experience for me since I came here. So I'm just going to give you a little bit background information about Queens, and then why Queens, and then where is Queens located, the university is located, and then what is making us a very unique choice for the international student to come to here to study.
Perfect. Perfect.
So basically, where's Queens? So it's located on the, as you can see on the map here, geographically, it's actually located on the island of Ireland, but politically and economically, it's part of the United Kingdom.
Okay, that's
So
important.
yeah, so you can see it's on the northern part of the Ireland. We call it Northern Ireland, and Belfast is a capital city. So it's actually very well connected city. We have two airports, one city airport and international airport. You can easily travel to all these different destinations in the UK, Europe, and of course, and also USA as well. So it's very convenient for students to travel around. Like, take an example. Last year I was in Panama, so I traveled
Yeah.
through from Belfast to Amsterdam and from Amsterdam to Panama City.
Fairly
So
direct.
yeah, so it's a very direct, it's a very convenient flight. It's only like a 2 hours waiting time. So it's very well connected, very easy to travel with. So you don't need to take take your luggage out from the airport or rechecking. So you don't have to do all these things. It's very convenient for the students. And even if you want to travel through the England or from Scotland, etc., it's always pretty convenient. You can easily fly to the cities, major cities. It's actually one of the UK city has the most connection flight domestically. It's very convenient for student travel too. So for example, if you're traveling from Belfast to London, it's nearly like a 1 hour time. But if you're
Yeah.
traveling from London to Manchester, take an example, it's nearly 3 hours train. People
Yeah.
normally take trains, and then the train ticket probably is expensive than flight ticket.
Most likely. Yes. I
Yes,
was there once.
so
Yeah.
so it's quite convenient, I would say. It's a very and if you go into Dublin as well, it's very vibrating city. It's an amazing place to visit. So it's very convenient. It don't if you take a train, it probably like a 1 hour 40 minutes. Very convenient.
1 hour, 40 minutes from train
To
from Dublin or
from
from.
Belfast to Dublin. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very
Yes.
convenient.
That's actually the road that I did. I did a 1 day trip from Dublin
Yeah,
to Belfast, stayed for a whole
yes.
day, and then came
Yeah.
back on the last train.
So you can do like a very quick tour as well. So we do like even during the weekends, like if we want to go to the some of the concerts, etc., shows, we go to Dublin. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
If I want to watch football match, fly to Manchester to watch Manchester United.
Okay.
You
Good.
30, 40 minutes flight. You just arrive and then everything is amazing. So it's very convenient for you to travel around. And in
Perfect.
terms of the Northern Ireland and Belfast City, so Northern Ireland population is 1.9 million. As you can see, it's very, very small population. The Greater Belfast is 0.6 million, nearly 0.7. And Belfast has lowest the cost of living, also lowest the student rent, and it's also ranked as top 10 cities in the UK to develop digital career. The overall, if you're taking this as a proposition, which I will talk about later on in more details, it's created a lot of job opportunities. 1.9 million population is only like 3% of whole UK's population. And with a booming economy in Northern Ireland, created a lot of job opportunities at the moment. So the local workforce actually couldn't fill the job gaps there. So there's international students coming here who's been coming here in past couple of years, been it just become more easier for them to find a job compared to the other parts of the UK. And I would say less competitive. So, and then in terms of and
Would
then
you
if you
be able
look,
to perhaps dig a little bit further into which kind of international student? Is it mostly European, mostly Latin American, any cultural shocks
oh,
there as well?
it's quite mixed, I would say. Like I wouldn't say it's more European.
Okay.
Definitely not. So you will see a very balanced, diverse culture here. The students we are getting the past couple of years, international students covers a whole different parts of the world. So and then even the student who's finding job here is quite amazing as well. So we have a good number of students coming from the Latin America. So and also as well as Brazil as well. So you will see the from the whole whole from the whole South America region. The number of students we are getting probably in total at the campus is like a 200, nearly 200
Okay.
students.
Fairly a good community, I would say.
Yes, it's a pretty good big community, including the UG and the PG students as well. So we, in terms of for the students culture shock, I wouldn't say it would be too much, but again, it's different culture, different culture. You will feel difference there, absolutely, especially in
Mhm.
the first year. The first couple of months it's actually easy because you are just trying to settling, and then you will start to
Everything is
I
fun, everything is
yeah,
new. Oh,
exactly. And
like
then you will start
yes,
to finding some interesting facts and oh, this is not like that. So this shouldn't be like this, or you finding something is very different from your home country, and then you start missing your home.
yeah,
So that's absolutely right. But again, there's a dedicated team here to support the students in terms of different issues. So we will always be there basically whenever they need something. I can give you one example. It was actually 2 years ago. I was walking in one of the a park. It's located in the university area called the Botanic Gardens. So I wasn't there. And then just walking by, I saw a couple of, I can see they're probably from Southeast Asia.
okay.
A group people, they came here probably to attend their kids' graduation. So there's big family, they're taking photos in the park.
Mm.
And then there's a local lady was walking by with her son. And then she noticed that they're trying to take a photo. Then she just went by and said, "Oh, do you want me to help you to take a photo?" And then they said, "Oh yeah, yeah, please." So and then the lady helped, and after that, the lady ran back to her son and found a selfie stick from her son's bag and handed
Mhm.
it and just basically gave it to the family. Said, "Oh, please use
Amazing.
this." So that's as I said, like it's very nice, very warm, very kind people. It's always the
Yes.
saying this around, especially at the university areas, and it's very safe as well. So I would say
Okay.
it's amazing. Absolutely, it's one of the part I enjoy the most, and that's one of the main reason I'm still staying here until nowadays.
Okay.
So
Amazing.
yeah. So in terms of a bit quick intro about the university, so we are the ninth oldest university in the UK, established in 1845, and then member of Russell Group universities. So
Yes.
Russell Group basically means the Ivy League in the US. So it's a similar version in the UK. So we ranked the 103 in the world for sustainability, and also QS ranking is 206, and then top 10 most beautiful universities in the UK. And then we are also fourth in the UK for international outlook. And the 28 subjects are UK top 20, and 12 are UK top 10. And then we have 700 million campus investment currently ongoing in terms of to enhance students' study experience and enhance the facilities, etc. So the university itself, it's a very comprehensive university. So we have 3 different faculties. The faculties arts, humanity, and social sciences, which covers all these different subject areas like arts, social sciences, law, management, business, etc. And the faculty of engineering and physical sciences, it's include all these different schools in terms of the engineering, chemistry, chemical engineering, electrical, electronic engineering, computer science, mechanical, aerospace, etc. And the Faculty of Medicine, Health, and Life Sciences, which include all this medicine, health, and life sciences subjects, and pharmacy and nursing, etc.
Okay. So
So
I can you like go back a little bit?
yes,
So I love that slide because basically it tells our students like
what subjects to
is
cover?
this yeah like is
Yeah,
this what you need? If
yeah,
yes, obviously we have it and you can like properly
exactly.
see how is everything matched up.
Yeah,
Just
so
wanted to
you basically
highlight that slide. I think it's key for everyone to like get a glimpse of the university.
exactly.
Love it.
So students, because we know most of the times when the international student considering what they want to study, they probably have a different type of ideas. They probably is not very clear what they really want, or they have a interesting idea like I want to study psychology, but I also want to study business.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have like a different type of salts. They're still developing their interests. So it's totally making sense for them to explore. And then what we were trying to show here, the university is actually a very comprehensive university. So you can always find some of the programs that you're interested in. More specifically, I would say, particularly we find out it's currently this younger generation and also the students from Latin America is actually more interested in like international relationships, conflict
It
studies,
is a growing field.
sustainability.
It
Yes,
is a growing field indeed.
exactly. So we all offer that, and especially in the conflict study, universities actually have a very unique position, I would say, because for some students they probably don't know, but for some older generations they know the conflicts in the Northern Ireland historically between the British and Irish. So this
Okay.
conflict has been resolved. I wouldn't say it has been fully resolved, but at least we have a peace agreement here. There's a lot of efforts done in the both different communities to make a peace deal. So I think
Yeah.
in these areas, especially in this research, Queen's University is actually is standing out in these areas, and then being engaged with a lot of conflict management resolution in all around the world as well. So they contributed to these areas. So you will be taught by this leading academics in these areas.
Okay.
So it's absolutely amazing.
Perfect.
So here's some of the, excuse me, here's some of the subject rankings I'm going to show in next slides. Just give you an idea about what our rankings looks like in the UK or around the world. So it's actually pretty amazing. Most of our subjects are pretty highly ranked. And here I'm gonna just play a short video. I'm not sure if this is gonna work out well, but at least
It
you
usually
can.
does. You can try it and I can confirm.
Yes.
So I believe there's no audio right now. Sometimes you have to like share audio on the browser itself.
Is this not working out?
Audio wise, no. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna
You can play it and you can talk us through it as well.
oh yes, I think that probably is the idea. So I can just give you some idea. So basically, this is the main campus building. We call it Landian building. It's a very historical building, as said. And here's our medical biology center. We called it MBC, whereas mainly our pharmacy, nursing, etc., medicine studies is based. And here's our biological science building, very newly built building, excellent, amazing facilities for research. A lot of lab classes happening there. And here's the Ashby building, which is mainly for mechanical and aerospace engineering and electrical and electronic engineering as well.
So
And then
are
we,
these, I think a key question here is
yeah,
all, you can keep playing.
yeah.
Is this all in the same neighborhood? Is it spread across the city? How does it work?
So we don't have like, unlike the US universities, here the campus is open campus. So
Okay,
it's embedded into the city.
perfect.
So the distance between these buildings probably it's a bit different from the area there, but at least in like a 10 to 15 minutes walking distance, I would
Okay,
say. The one of the good benefit of this is students stay in the no matter you stay in the university accommodation or if you're staying in the a private accommodation provided by some other places like it's actually quite flexible for students walking to the different places at the universities and for their classrooms, etc. So for
okay.
example, if students stay in the university accommodation, the distance between university accommodation at the BT9, we called it Elms Village, to the David Care building for the engineering faculties or in computer science is like 10 minutes walking distance. So
Okay,
it's all in the workable distance, and then you can easily go to the shop during this walk as well. So it's very convenient. So you can do some shoppings, go to the convenience store, do some shoppings on your way back to your accommodation for your cooking, etc. So it's much more easier compared to you traveling for a far distance. And then everything is in the walking distance, basically. If you go to the city center, it's like from your accommodation, would it be like a 25 minutes from the main building, Lanyan
okay,
building? It's like probably, I would say, probably like a 15 minutes from the main campus to the university
okay.
university areas to the city center. So here's The city center is
Yes.
actually like literally like a 15 minutes distance.
Yeah.
So it's not the, you see this here, you see this yellow
The crane.
structure.
Yeah.
So this is basically where the it's very close. We call the Titanic order. So they're where they build ships.
Yes, that's the water strip, right? At the
Yes,
end of
correct.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So just beside it, you will find the Titanic Museum. So
Yes.
where was the Titanic was actually built? So it's a Titanic quarter, we called it.
Yes, that's not a long walk. I
No,
remember
no, it's
it's
not a
like
very long
15
walk.
minutes each way, 15 minutes to the
Yeah,
center.
yeah, exactly. So it's a pretty convenient.
Okay.
So here's some of the our students study experience normally would be look like. Again, you won't be like staying in the classroom to study all day, every day in the classroom. You will have some project-based learnings. You will engage with the employers. You will go out to field trips if you're studying the science subjects. So it's not only about the studying. And here's our architecture students doing the scratchings, building their
Okay.
portfolios. So, and we will do organize different type of events as well. So you will be able to go and visit some of the landscapes in the Northern Ireland, and then also some night out events with your friends. So there's a lot of events we normally do organize for our students. And if you're starting at Into Queens, you will be able to do some like a additional, like we do some organize some of the graduation events, etc. And then
Okay.
also, no matter where you're studying, no matter you're studying which degree program you're studying, there will be like a dedicated placement team, a career team to support the student in terms of their future career employability skills development, because it is a key aspect of the international student to consider and come to study abroad. So we understand that, and there will be a lot of support provided after they enroll to the university program.
Perfect.
So a couple of things we are talking about why Queens, why you should come to Belfast to study. I mean, always as a first question when they come to the making the decision about where you want to go, the first thing is, of course, we all want to go to the very good quality university. We want to go to high ranking university, but sometimes we probably concerned about, oh, is this something is affordable? I need to think about that as well, because we always consider
Yes.
international study is super expensive. So you need to think about the quality and also the prices at the same time. So when we talk about this, and Queens, what we are offering here is absolutely stand out like absolutely amazing. We have a quality of education, as I mentioned, no matter from the ranking perspective, from the teaching quality, from the research expertise, to the pricing, etc. Students will be able to save a quite big chunk of money
Okay.
while they come to Belfast to study. So what we really offer, as I mentioned earlier, lowest cost of living in the UK and the lowest student rent in the UK. I know you probably say, oh, this is a bit old statistics, because they don't have developed the new statistics after this, because this is the most
Okay.
newest they're developed. But again, I can give you some simple examples. For your cost of living, you basically could save like a 20 to 30% compared to what you're spending in London.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of facts of this. It's one, because after the Brexit, I just will keep it very short. After the Brexit, Northern Ireland become the very unique place. Because of the peace agreement, we won't have a hard border between Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland. So which
Yes.
means the goods can be transferred freely. So, but
Okay.
after the Brexit, we need to put the hard border. But again, if we put hard border, that means against the peace agreement.
Yes.
So
It's political history of
exactly. So
perfect.
eventually, they ended up Northern Ireland is more like a special economic district, or
Yes.
so we have still have access to the European Union in terms of this business point of
Trade
view.
and benefits. Yes.
Exactly. So the business point of view, so we still have access. So the products coming from Europe
Okay.
is actually cheaper. The local providers won't pay extra tax on it. But as long as
Okay.
they cross the sea from Northern Ireland to the mainland to Great Britain, then they will pay extra tax. So that means that our price is still stable compared to what the price rise compared to other parts of the UK. It actually bring a slightly benefits to the students in terms of cost of living. And
Amazing.
also lowers the student rent. Of course, the housing prices is rising everywhere, but again, here still in the manageable criteria, I would say. Once you expect, like when you look at the a 2-bedroom accommodation, let's say, if you stay in
Yes.
university accommodation, normally would cost you around, it depends on which type of accommodation you choose, but if you stay in the ensuite, you have your own bathroom, your own bed, and your study space, a shared kitchen and living room, that will be around like 150, 160 pounds per week. But
Yeah.
it's not too expensive. If you
It's not.
looking,
It's not.
yeah, if you stay in
I
the
was looking into
London,
some residences in London for some students as well, and it's closer to 500 a week
yes, yeah,
or even more, like to be
yeah.
honest, but that's like the baseline.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of students, what they do is they probably will rent an apartment later on after they stayed here for 1 or 2 years after.
Yeah.
So they're renting an apartment close to the university areas, 2-bedroom apartment, let's say, if you stay with another friend, and then your monthly cost for a 2-bedroom apartment would around 950 to
Okay.
1,000
That's
pounds. So
fairly
basically
fairly good.
means, yeah, that basically means you per month is like a 500 pound per month.
It's I mean, it's I don't want to say it's cheaper than Panama, but it's
Yeah.
right there to
It's
be honest.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's a kind of because as I said, like I've been to Panama, and then I think even if you go to Starbucks, etc., I would say the price is quite close to what we have here in Northern Ireland and
Yeah.
Belfast. So it's kind of like especially in the city center areas, I think the price would match with each
Yeah.
other.
Definitely.
So
Okay. That's a key
yeah,
point to consider for every student as
yes.
well.
Another thing we mentioned earlier, as I said, like because we have smaller population and with a booming economy. So back in the end of 2020, end of the year 2020, and then so the basically Belfast regional city deal was signed, which is aiming to invest £1 billion to create up to 20,000 new jobs. So by 2030, so this is still going on, and there's more and more job opportunities coming. It's but 20,000 new jobs for 1.8, 1.9 million people, it's actually quite significant amount of jobs available. This is extra new and better quality
Yeah.
jobs. So basically, so we need people to fill, we need experts to fill these job gaps there.
Okay.
And some of the sectors, as you can see, it's including the aerospace, cybersecurity and AI, financial services, manufacturing and engineering and software, etc. So very focused on the high tech.
Yes.
So it's absolutely one of the key areas for the students to consider to choose to come here to study. And also beautiful architects in the Northern Ireland in Belfast, and the combination of the British and Irish culture, which is bringing a different type of like even a different type of experience for the students when they explore in the city.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's a beautiful city indeed.
And then here's our business school. So as I said, sustainability is one of the key things, right? As you can see from the business school. Solar panels, all the green on the roofs. So
Yeah.
it's very sustainable built, and this is newly built Queen's Business School building. And I currently ranked the #1 in the UK for graduate prospect in accounting and finance, and the industry engagement is significantly strong with local companies and international companies. And we have a trading room as well. The trading room, so we use the Bloomberg system. I
Okay.
think we have like nearly, I think 30 or 28 or 30 terminals.
Okay.
So
It's good.
that, and then we have a 50K real money for students to invest as
Okay.
well. So if you join this trading club, you will be able to. It's trading clubs are actually really functioning as a company. So
Okay.
they
So yeah,
have
they have to make their own money. You have to like
yes,
get to the
there's a
end of the
two
month, roll that,
supervisors.
everything. Like,
Yeah, two professors acting as supervisors.
yeah.
But again, the key there is more focused on let the student to make a decision, let the student
Yeah.
to do the analysis.
Fail,
So yes, they
success.
have a different departments. There are risk assessment department. There's a different
Okay.
department in this club. So they will do the assessment and then make the investment as long as they get through the board, their own board, by the way. So it's properly acting as an investment company. So so we like accredited by the EQUS and the AMBA and small business charter. So you will be able to get a lot of exceptions from the professional bodies. And here's a short video again. I'm just gonna playing it and then so I can talk through as well. So the
Perfect.
business school itself, again, this is a new building, and then on the right hand side, this is the old building, Riddle
Yep.
Hall, and this is a new building, so more focused on the sustainability.
Yep.
It designed with a more like a very advanced like a technologies, etc., for the student to explore, and then very engaging with industrial and business environment. If you look at this whole school, it's focused on like oh, this is a kind of the business. This is normally business environment as it looks like.
Yeah.
So you have a very flexible areas, big lecture theaters, small seminar rooms, etc. So absolutely amazing. And this is like a Howard style lecture theater.
Yeah.
So for the students, so they would normally have classes here as well. Amazing
Perfect.
place. I myself studied at Queen's Business
Yes, you did the
School.
MBA, right? As well. Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes. So this is a trading room. Uh, So amazing place. This is just opened 2 years ago, so
Okay.
it's quite brand new, and they have employability hub. This is mainly focused on the there's, as I said, there's a student employment team to support student, and then they will engage with employers
Okay.
to provide some of the training sessions to our students. And no matter which degree program you're studying, also it includes a lot of real life projects
Okay.
with the companies, with Deloitte, PwC. So you're actually solving the real issues there. So you're working on the projects and then get the feedback from this professional people in the industry. So which actually making your coursework even more practical while
Okay.
you're actually working on this kind of the areas.
Perfect.
Uh,
Perfect.
so
Love it.
here's some more photos. Small rooms, like a study rooms in the behind the computer science,
I
behind the
had not
building.
seen those. Those
Oh,
look
this is
amazing,
amazing.
to be honest.
So, oh, and they you
You should
can
be doing the Zoom call from one of those, to be
one
honest.
of this, right?
Yeah,
It's
you should. That's
huge.
like the best marketing you can do for us, right?
It's actually also heated as well. So
Oh,
in the
okay.
winter time, you can get quite warm there.
Okay. Okay. I might
So
need to
it's
go back to Belfast to see this.
oh, please do. It's amazing place again. So some of the scholarship opportunities. I think this is
Yes.
one of the things a lot of students would normally very interested in. So uh, no matter which, if you're coming here to do the foundation year or international year one, then you will have some scholarships available. You can always uh, basically come to U4U to ask for help, and they will help you to apply for scholarships, etc.
Yes.
And when you're progressing or you coming to the university directly, there will be some further scholarships. As long as you're an international student coming to enroll to the university program, you will be able to get 2,000 to 5,000 pound different type of scholarship based on your fee rate, based on the degree program you're doing. So it's quite a significant amount of scholarships as well. And then you will also get a 1,500 pounds reduction. We call it early payment discount or the into progressor
Okay.
scholarship. So as long as
Yeah.
you pay the rest of the fees before the given deadline, you will get this further 1,500 pound discount for the first year.
Perfect.
And then for the second and the third year, so what normally we offer, we call it Queen's Excellence Award. So this is the scholarship you can maintain and keep getting it every single year as long as you keep your GPA at 60%. So for example, you enroll to the first year of the university. In the first year, you get this this two scholarship, the top two scholarships here. And once you
Yeah.
after this, if you, in the first year, if you can keep your GPA at 60%, when you enroll in the second year, you will get £3,000 scholarship. And
Okay,
same applies
amazing.
in the second year. If you keep your GPA at the 60%, you will still get another £3,000 in your final year.
Perfect.
This is basically giving you a big savings every single year. And meanwhile, you will still be able to do some part-time jobs at the university during your term time or after your term time. What the normally students do is during the term time, they would work in some of the local cafes, restaurants, or do some other part-time jobs. On summertime, they will be able to find some internships. And most of our degree programs actually do include internship year as well. So you will get
Okay,
paid during the internship year.
okay,
So the
perfect.
salary would be normally around like a £1,200 to £1,500 on the average, I would say, which is
Okay,
quite good enough. So you can save some money for your final year's tuition fee. The normally
yes.
internship year happens between the stage 2 and the stage 3 of the university. So you will have 1 year internship. You can save up
Okay,
some money to pay your final year's tuition fee.
perfect, perfect. Love it. Yeah, this is a key slide for everyone who's thinking of doing their budget for the following year, this year, everything.
Yes, so here's some of the accommodation option. We have the BT1, BT2, and BT9 is basically the postcode. So BT1, BT2 located in the city center, and BT9 it's located at the university areas, basically at the campus. But all
Okay,
of them, if you're walking toward to the main campus, main building,
yeah,
Nanyang building, it's like a 10, 15 minutes walking distance. So it's
yeah,
very convenient. And you will have a Wi-Fi, you will have hot water, everything is available. And then most of students will choose BT9. It's a much BT1 and BT2 is like an accommodation block, a building
okay,
with like
yes,
apartments, like looks
okay,
like apartment, just building block. But the BT9 is a big community accommodation areas. There are some multiple blocks available. So a majority of students stay in the BT9 accommodation. And there's a social hubs as well. So
okay.
pretty convenient for the students.
Amazing. I can see it also mentions the Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
how much
So
does it cost, what it brings
yeah,
with each place. Are they shared?
so
Is it like individual in-suite bathroom or how are they?
there's a different type of options.
Okay,
But the most of students, the most common one is ensuite. So basically,
okay.
you will have your own bathroom, and then own bed, and also your own
Yes.
study space, and you only share the kitchen and the living room. The
With
kitchen shared,
supposed to
it's
be
sorry.
roommates or how many people usually share with?
So each floor you will have one big kitchen. So if you stay in
Okay,
the one floor, probably it's like it depends on the size of the block, but normally it's like eight, around eight on the average, I would say. Some probably is a six, some probably is a 10 based on the block size, but average I would say eight. So 8 people or 10 people you're sharing with that kitchen,
okay,
and then so you will use your student card to access to that building blocks as well. So basically, it's very secure. Why I'm saying
okay,
this is, for example, if you scan your student card, you can access all the people only staying in that accommodation block can
okay.
access to that building with
Got
their
it.
student card. So only your student card can be used to access to your own floor and own room. So
Okay,
only the
understood.
same floor can access to the same floor. So if student living in the first floor, they
Mhm.
can't access to the second floor's security by
Okay,
using their cards. So they must be there's somebody help them to open the door. So it's
perfect,
very
perfect.
secure as well. And then you just share the kitchen, as I said. But in the kitchen, you will have your dedicated space in the storage in the kitchen, and even in the fridge, you will have your dedicated place in the fridge as well.
Amazing, amazing. That's key for sharing, obviously, with roommates, I think, from every country and every place in the world. So
Yes,
that's always something fun to
yes,
experience.
I know. But interestingly, you find out actually a lot of international students becoming a very good cook after a
Of
couple of
course.
years. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah.
started becoming sharing their own food with
Yeah.
different
That's how
culture,
you
and they
build your
learning new
friendships,
things. Exactly.
community,
So
every night cooking and sharing.
oh
That's
yes,
amazing.
absolutely. So they celebrate a different type of holiday seasons, etc. So it's absolutely amazing. So that's one of the best part I enjoy as well. So yes, that's me. And then please do follow us on the social medias. There's a lot of contents available there. You will be able to learn about
That's
center,
amazing.
student experience, etc. But
That's
yeah.
amazing. So just to give out some context, right now, I just wanted to ask as well, um, if everyone's interested, is there still chance to apply this year? Which are the requirements for everyone to have in mind? If you can share that as well.
Yes, so student would be able to apply for now, like if you want to come enroll to the university as most of students from Panama, if you are considering studying the undergraduate degree,
Yep.
you might need to do a foundation year.
Okay.
So student would come to do the foundation year, but again, the entry requirement is we called it like a GCSE level at the C, which is
Okay.
normally compared to your local requirement, we would say probably around like 80% of your
Okay.
local
Perfect.
high school diploma, etc. As long as you completed your high school diploma, then we
Yep.
should be able to accept you
Okay.
to
That's
our
good.
foundation program. And we have a
Perfect.
March intake available still.
Okay. Perfect.
I know it's a bit short time notice now. We basically it will start at the beginning of April.
Okay.
However, we do offer free accommodation for March intake.
Okay. That's a
And
hell of a
tuition,
bargain.
yeah, your tuition fee and plus some of the extra fees, for example, your book fees, etc., probably only going to cost you in total would be like a 14K,
Okay.
but
That's
you will
it's
get the
a
free accommodation.
it's a bargain indeed.
Yes, you will get
Okay.
the free accommodation. So to enroll to this program, and then you can progress to the university in September
So
this
it's
year.
basically a flash
Yes,
experience, and then you go to the
exactly,
program.
exactly. So it's very if you're available, then you can come study. Otherwise, you will be able to join us in September or January next year.
Perfect. Any English tests, any
Yes,
particular
student.
math
Yes.
or requirement?
So normally, with for the student who want to study in the science subjects,
Mm-hmm.
they must have a mathematics results
Okay.
at their high school, especially at the final year.
Okay.
And then as long as they have like a good mark, I would say normally like a 70-80% marks on the mathematics, we would be able to accept you plus a science subject, preferably like a
Okay.
chemistry, physics, biology, etc. And if you're studying the business or social science subjects, we actually just looking at the overall rather than specific
Okay.
subject requirements.
Perfect. Perfect. And English wise, any
English
TOEFL,
wise,
Duolingo,
yes.
IELTS?
So for coming to the foundation program, this is actually requirements set by UKVI, UK Immigration and Visa Services. So so this is basically you have to take IELTS. We call it self-test, which is Security English Language Test. You have to do UKVI IELTS or PTE UKVI or any UKVI recognized English test. And the English test, as long as you achieve something around like a 5.5, so you would be eligible to most of the programs. If you
Okay.
go into the university directly, depends on the which degree you are doing. For
Yes.
science degree programs on engineering, normally would be around like a 6.0 overall to the no sub skills below than 5.5. But for business and social science programs would be 6.5 with no sub skills below than 5.5. For certain
Okay.
programs, it probably will ask the student to have a 7.0 even, like for example, like
Okay.
nursing, because it's very
Yeah.
focused on the communication.
Perfect. 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 And any essays, any admissions test, any motivational letters that
So
people should
yeah,
have?
I normally would be great for international students to have some personal statement.
Okay.
So no matter which application you are submitting, it's always good to have some personal statement to express your interest toward to this university, toward to this specific degree program. And just one thing I would always suggest to all international students, it's I know you will submit a lot of applications, but please do update your personal statement. I always recommend you, which is very nice for you to have because sometimes students submit the wrong personal statement to the wrong university.
Okay. That's important. Yes. Always double
Yes,
check,
so
triple check.
exactly. So don't make these mistakes. It's good to have a double check and then update your personal statement.
And they
and be
can
honest
use
about
AI,
what you.
for example. It's a question that we always have. Can,
Sorry?
can it, if someone does it with AI help, like ChatGPT or something, do they need to put a waiver on it? That's a question that we're getting a lot, to be honest.
Like, to be honest, like we there's students doing that. There's a
Of
lot of
course.
students doing that. And then you can easily identify when you're reading it, especially if you are in the admission team, you've been working in these areas for a long time. Admission teams can easily recognize it. So, which is not nice to have it. I would say use AI. Of course, you can use it, but to help
Yeah.
you to improve it, not like a just copy paste, please.
Okay.
It's not good for your study experience. It's not good for your application. It's probably making your life a little bit easier at the beginning, but at the end of the day, it's not something useful because we should use AI. From my point of view, I think we should use AI to help us to learn things more in a more efficient way. I think that's a very crucial, and especially for your future studies as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Perfect. Perfect, Javlan. I think it has been a
Right?
presentation really, really, really insightful into the university. It's one of our key partners, to be honest, across
Exactly.
every country from the
Thank you.
U4U. We're always sending students, sending
That's great. I
applications.
know.
And I think the most important part is that every student who goes to your university, it's usually a promoter of the experience and the services. So it's, to be honest, really easy to connect current students or graduated students with
Exactly. Yes.
prospective students. So that tells us a lot of the experience that people are having. I think it's something that we didn't mention across the presentation, but as we have seen, it says the name Into sometimes in some of the slides. So Into, for everyone who's connected, it was one of our partners who basically puts us in contact with the university, and they have a center specifically for international students. So it's usually the place where you can go and have any doubts, connect with them, and they basically help you and take you through these first couple of years so you can properly set up and experience, obviously, the beautiful parts of everything that we just covered here. So
Great.
yeah,
Perfect. Thank you, Luis.
I don't know if you have a final message. You were students there, you are
Yeah.
migrants as well, who's living in Belfast. I think your experience is one of the most insightful, to be honest,
Yes.
from a partner perspective. So if you could give out a final message to everyone who will be watching this later on in our YouTube channel, we're sharing this to
Yes.
our students.
That's
Go ahead.
Thank you. I actually do think it's not the easy step at first step for international student to consider where to study, but while always telling a lot of students, prospective students, while they already made this decision about they want to study abroad and they started inquiring and they started doing their research, they are already in the advantages. So they
Okay.
are making the big step. That is the most difficult step. So once you start making a step and start doing your research and start to finding people, try to help you to understand the different type of institutions, you are already winning in your life. So go ahead
Yes.
and then do explore, and you will find there's a lot of things in this world, more things for us to learn, more things for us to explore, and you will actually find this is such a great experience for yourself. So yes, keep going, go ahead, and then hopefully I will see you guys in the future in the Belfast.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thanks again, Javlan. Thanks to
Great.
everyone who connected, to logged in. We will be sharing this to all of our offices in Latin America. Remember that you have any doubts, if you want to connect, if you want to have an individual session, reach us through our Instagram, WhatsApps, LinkedIn, everywhere. We're more than happy to help and give you the next steps in this admissions process. Thank you, Javlan. It was an
Perfect.
amazing
Thank
time, and
you.
talk to you
Thank you
soon.
so much. All right, see you guys. Bye bye.
Amazing. Bye bye.